Join me in making this beautiful Ankara organdy butterfly gown. If you're interested, let's go. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric, okay? The length is actually 60 and the width is actually 22, depends on your preference. So the front neckline is 4 inches by 3.5, okay? And then I'll be getting my mid, that's what I told you, 22 inches from my mid shoulder to my sleeve length where I wanted to stop. Then I came down by 1.5 inches for my shoulder slope, as you can see. Now I'm taking my curve now to curve the neckline for the front. For the back, I'm taking 2 inches by 3.5. Okay. Then I'm going to be joining my shoulder slope. Okay. As you can see, remember I came down by 1.5 inch. So I've gone ahead to cut. It's actually an exceptional butterfly bubu gown. Okay, just watch closely. Now this is the organdy part. Literally, some persons will just do it halfway, but I want it to be thick and fine, very unique. So I'm going ahead to mark out the neckline. Okay, this is going to be in the front. Just watch closely, you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to be using this organdy to turn the Ankara, okay, for the front. So we're going to be having designs both in the up and the lower side. I'll show you what I mean. Now if you watch this fabric, it's patterned, okay? So I'll just go and cut the pattern like this, separating it so that one part will be for the front and the other part will be for the bottom part. Okay, now if you do not have a designed fabric like this, you could just create any pattern of your choice. It's not much of a task, any pattern of your choice, but I just loved the way the fabric is, so I decided to take advantage of the pattern and it came out so beautiful. To my subscribers, you rock. If you're new in this channel, you're welcome. If you have any questions, let me know. So I've divided it into two and I made sure it's giving me the same inch with the organdy. That's 22 inches. Okay. I'm using now the organdy to cut for the neckline. The neckline, the shoulder slope, and the actual width. Very important because the Ankara will be used to turn the organdy. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it on the comment section. Thank you. So I'm done with this. Now there is no need to, we don't have neckline for the base. We just have to make sure it's 22 inches as well. So look at how beautiful it is. Now you can use any decorative bias to, join and design. Okay, it depends on your preference, but I noticed this was too shouting. I actually changed my mind to something different though, but I just wanted you to see that you can play around anything. Okay? Do you understand? I ended up not using this. So, this is for the base. Okay? I've gone ahead to make it 22 inches. Yeah, unfold. Now this is for the base. You see how beautiful it's already looking. Now, the next thing I'm going to be doing now, I'm just pinning it, okay, to put it in place. Very important, okay? Like I told you initially, you could use anything to play around. Now, this is for the back, okay? I want to cut the facing for the back, and we are going to be having a zipper at the back. Remember, the back is um 3.5 inch by 2 inches, okay? So now I just want to get where the zipper will stop. Then I'll make a line there so that I can cut. Now 4 inches to 6 inches is fine. After the neckline, it all depends on your zipper length, okay? See what I've done now? I'm going to be slitting to where I have the point I want the zipper to stop. Very important, please. I did same with the facing. Now let's dive into the sewing aspects. So now we're going to be using the Ankara. For those that did not really understand what I was saying, now you could use this red bias or this black one to decorate, okay, to sew it down, but I opted for something else. Now I'm going to be using the Ankara to turn the organdy, okay, to turn the neckline. After turning, do well to give it a good press, okay? And take your time to do it too. You know you're working with two different fabrics, Ankara and organdy, so I'm turning it now. Be sure to give it a good press, okay? Be sure to give it a good press. I'm as well arranging it. Now you can join the sides together, okay? So that the decorative Ankara there is going to just lie flat. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. But the parts that I'm going to be turning, the decorative parts, I would loosen that part, okay, to actually use a lining that I set the edge to turn. So this is what we have now. We'll do for the back. Now we are going to be using right sides facing each other to turn, okay, as you can see. When we are done with that, we'll give it a good press and we are going to be inserting our zipper. If you've watched so far and you find this helpful, kindly give us a thumbs up and thank you for staying tuned. If you're new in this channel, you're welcome. Now, after turning the neckline, be sure to give it a good press. Like I said earlier, I'm notching to 8 turning. Very important. I'm notching all the edges, okay? To 8 turning. Now, it's time for us to insert our zipper. It's not much of a task. Okay, you could do it like this, but I did not want it hanging. It's very okay like this, but I just had to take the ending part. As you can see now, I'll stitch it like this. Then the excess part I'll cut, use my picker to remove some teeth from the zip, because you can see how the zip is, to aid me turning very well. All right, now this is optional. You could just sew your zip to be a bit down long, but I didn't want it that, okay? I didn't want it that way. Don't mind me, my other channel, I'm watching my cooking my cooking video, okay? My other channel is actually Kendra's Age, although I'm not really consistent there. Very soon, by the grace of God, I just kept myself busy. So now I've removed the teeth. As you can see, I am stitching it down to keep it in place. Now I'll be joining the front and back shoulders together. Be sure to serge your rough edges. You can see now this back facing is already serged. Serge or weave, anyone. Okay, so now I'm going to be joining the shoulders together, after which I'm going to be serging the raw edges too. It's not much of a task. Okay, I'm doing for the other shoulder as well. Now this is actually beginner friendly. You can see the way I'm taking my time to show you the processes. Okay, so we are done. Like I told you, you can use this or that, but I'm going to be using this. I've already serged the edges, I've pinned it. Okay, I'll be using this to turn. I'll stitch it round. Okay, I'm using it to turn it. It's going to come out perfectly like this. Okay, you wouldn't stress yourself doing all those decorative design. Now it's optional. I gave you different options. Okay, so now I'll chop up the excess. Okay, after that I'm turning. You can see how beautiful it is. Please make sure you give it a good press. Make sure you give it a good press. Now you can see I have flipped it like this. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing, I will be stitching it now directly on the organdy. Hope it makes sense to you. So I'm stitching it now. The same thing I did for the up, I'll do for the down. Okay, I'm done with the up. This is the down. I'm stitching it now. Okay, as you can see, I'm done stitching. I'm done stitching. The next thing I'm going to be doing now, I am going to be hemming the edges. Remember, is a butterfly bubu gown. Okay, so I'll just be hemming. Now if you want to make it straight, you leave a slit by the sides, but I don't want to make it straight. I want to make it like an A-line stuff. So you see what I'm going to be doing. I'm actually done hemming both the down and the sides. So now I've taken the measurements. I came down by 12 inches. Okay, you can come down by from 10 inches to 13 inches is fine. Now I'm taking a bust measurement and I'm going to be adding 2 inches from that 12 inches I came down. Okay, I'm going to be adding 2 inches to our bust. You can add 2 to 4 inches so that it's not going to be very tight. All right, I actually made 2 of these, one for myself and one for my client. We had a function to attend. So now from there I'll be stitching it down. The base or the hem of the bubu gown, I came in by 4 inches. All right, and I'll stitch it down. What I do for this side, I'll do for the other side. Please feel free to ask questions if you do not understand what I'm saying. Okay, look at 4 inches. I've marked 4 inches, so I'm going to be stitching it down. I do not want to open the sides. If you're doing it straight, you can put slits by the sides. But since it's an A, I want it like an A butterfly bubu gown. That is why I'm stitching it like this, so you can walk freely. Okay, remember if you're doing it straight, be sure to keep slits. But since I'm doing it like an A line, there is no need for slits. If that makes sense to you. So what I do for this side, I'll be doing for the other side. And that is the end of this tutorial. If you find this helpful, kindly let me know. I actually did a video of it, but I was dancing. Maybe I'm just going to add it like that. So you see, I'm doing the other side. I think I have to show the video. All right, see you on my next one. Bye.